Hello. What I'm doing today is doing a test and also working on my shuttle bus via design work. I'm going to be designing up a new electric bay layout. And I'm going to do it in the computer. And I'm going to show you how I do it. This way I don't have to screw something up on the wall and then take it down and screw something else back up. This way I can actually do it in the computer and figure out where I want things and go from there. So first I'm going to let you see a little bit of OBS if you've thought about using it. This is behind the scenes. And as you can see, there's a lot here. This is the screen I look at when I'm going live or recording something. So I'm recording through OBS and not just into a camera. And then I can still take this into my editing program if I need to. Cut out, splice, and do all that good stuff. So let me walk you through it here. Over here are my scenes, my blank screen, my intro video, my splash, my main 9000 camera, my secondary 700 camera. Then I've got my work window down here, A and B. Then in here you have your sources. Like here's behind the scenes that I pop up anytime I need to. And then of course this is the camera. In the middle here is my audio devices. I've got a Scene 2 cam here. I've got my mic, which I'm wearing a headset with a mic to cut down on background noise. And then my desktop audio, which comes through. In this section is my scene transitions. And up here I can set my rates and if I wanted to just cut or fade. And then over here is my start streaming, stop streaming. In studio mode, I can pop it to studio mode and I can only see studio mode. I can't see what's going out or being recorded. So I like to have the preview here and what's outgoing over here. So that's OBS behind the scenes. Oh, and over here I have my activity feed. If somebody tips me in the tip jar or subscribes to me, it pops up here so I can thank them. Okay, let's go back to our regular cam, which is our main cam. I'll be looking up a little bit because OBS Studio is on my big screen, and down here on my laptop is work screen. We're going to go to that. Right now, it's going to look a little bit like it is right here. So we're going to go to the screen right now, and you can see that this is the layout that I did for that main screen with the subscribe button. All comments and suggestions appreciated while I'm doing the video. And you can see I put a little halo around that, made this 3D. Did this all in Affinity Design, which is very inexpensive, and you get lifetime upgrades, which is kind of nice. I paid for it. They're not paying me to push it. Pretty nice program if you can't afford Illustrator and Photoshop. They have an Affinity Photo and Affinity Design. So again, this is that screen right there. And what I'm going to do now is we're going to go over to the other screen. And we'll start working on that. This is a picture of my fuse block that's in my bus already. I'm going to have to reroute all these parts and pieces and wires. So what I'm doing is I'm taking a picture of all the things I'm putting in, the inverter, the charge controller, the fuses, and all that. And what I'm going to do is take out all this background. I'll just have this unit, and then I'll set up my electrical bay, and we'll start putting those parts and pieces in. And I do everything to scale so that I know it's going to fit when I get ready to it. All right, so let's go over here. And you can see I've already started cleaning off this background. So I'm going to continue on that. So let me show you how I take out this background. First, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. And then I'm going to change the orientation. Click it this way. Zoom back in on it. See where I've taken this out already. I'm going to get my eraser. And I'm erasing it to transparency. So you can see I've got a few things coming in here. Take those out. Okay, got it now. Just had to go and change a couple things. And as you can see, this is a background erase brush coming in here and taking out everything I don't want. Like so. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is just for setup purposes. I can see and make sure that everything's going to fit. And if you make a mistake, Control Z reverses it. So I'm just going to quickly take the rest of this out. And like I say, be perfect. Getting it down. I can. All right, so we're going to flip it back up again. I'll take some of this out of here, a little bit out of here. Should be enough. I'm going to crop it out. By cropping it out, I make it into a much smaller file that I can use. Right, we're going to crop it. Now we're going to save it. Okay, we're over in my shuttle video and pics in the shuttle bus electrical bay. I'm going to call this Blue Sea fuse block. I'm going to save it in the native file in case I want to make some changes to it. And I'm also going to export it as a JPEG so I can use it anywhere I want to. Save that. Okay, we're done with that. So let's get this closed down. I'm going to have to do another window. I'm thinking, there we go. I'll go back to this window. And I'm going to have to add another window. So let me come over here. I'm going to go down here and add another scene. Call this sign program. We get this up down here. All right, let's see. Now I'm going to add a new source. And we're going to do a Windows capture. Call this Final Master, which is the program. Okay, let's see. Automatic. We don't want automatic. We want Windows. And no. Okay. We'll be getting this up in a second. I'm going to have to adjust the size a little bit. There we go. Okay, let's see if it comes up. Yay, it came up. All right, right here is my new layout of my solar upgrade. I had one solar panel. Showing up or not? It is. I think my mouse is showing up. There it is. All right, I had one solar panel. I've added a second one now. I've gotten a new Victron 130 amp, 100/30 amp charge controller. I'm getting ready to order 2 Battleborn batteries. I've gotten my fuses in. I've got a 2000 watt inverter. This was that fuse block I was working on right here. And this is a alternator regulator so that the batteries don't burn up the alternator, trying to get too much amperage out of them. So this is my layout for all the wiring and all that stuff. And this afternoon, I decided to put a little sign on my truck. So this is the sign I came up with for the back of the truck. Well, I'm always working on 3 or 4 things at once. There's my part sizes. I knew I had them somewhere. These are all the parts that I've got here now that I'm getting ready to put in. I'll be coming back and forth to this. So let's add a new one. And let's see what size we've got here. I know the area I've got to work with is 21 by 48 inches. So we'll go about 30 this way and about 60 this way, just to give us some playing room. Go 40 here. And now I'll come in box. We'll get rid of the color. Now we'll make the box 21 wide. 21 wide by 48 tall. Okay, so that's the amount of space I have to work with right there. All right, let's bring in some parts. I'm going to import a file, and we're right in that section right there. So let's bring in a 2000 watt converter. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to size it. So the inverter is 6.5 by 15 3/4. Again, I do everything full scale in the computer. That way I know it's going to fit. Camper van Kevin's Class A that he wanted me to cover over the stripes with some vinyl, his Class A is in this computer full scale. Whatever the wheelbase was, it's in there full scale. So if I tried to print it, it would probably use 1,000 pages of 8.5 by 11 to print it out. All right, so we've got our inverter, and again, it was 6.5 by 15 3/4. So since there's a little bit of white around the edges, I like to do a box. And usually make this red because that way I know it's just a box. And make that 15 3/4 by 6.5. So we'll make this 15.75 by 6.5. There, that's the size this needs to be. By putting this box in there, by pulling it down, bingo, that's done. So I can put this one vertical. We'll just put it vertical for right now, just to get it there for right now. We'll just stick it up here for now. All right, let's pull in another part. Pull in another big piece, which is the controller. All right, and we'll use this box again just to resize that. And the controller is 5 by 7 3/8. This will be 5 tall by 7.375 3/8. That's the controller. Now we'll get the controller in there, resize that. There, that's the size of a controller. You always want to keep your controller as close to the batteries as you can get. Bring that down here for now. Okay. See how much easier this is than trying to screw that up. Screw that onto the background. Well, I don't like that, so I'm going to unscrew it and rescrew it back up here. No, this is so much easier. It takes a little longer to get set up, but your layouts are endless. You can swap them around constantly. All right, let's see what else we got here. We're going to import. Let's import something else that's nice. Let's see, what's the next biggest thing? Pull this down a little bit. This thing is tiny. All right, we'll bring in our box, our fuse block. And I know that's 8 inches, but I didn't take the width measurement, so as long as I make the top to bottom 8 inches, that'll be the correct width. So let's just do an 8-inch up there. Bring this box in. That's just about what it is. Right about there. Stick that up here. Now, import another file. I can import more than one, but you know, a 15-minute recording. We've only been on 10 minutes, so 11 minutes. All right, let's see, what else have we got here? We've got, okay, here's a 200 amp circuit breaker that has to go between the batteries and the inverter. And this one is going to be 2 by 3 inches, 2 inches wide, 3 inches tall. Okay. Make this box 2 inches by 3 inches. We'll get this down to size. Let's zoom in on that a little bit. See what we're doing here. No, well past because it's got some white around it. Should have brought them in as JPEGs. I mean as PNGs, and wouldn't have had the white. But right, so we know that has to go here because our battery cables are coming up to here. All right, see what else we got. I think we got some fuses. Import fuses, one fuse at least, and we can copy it where we need others. A fuse. This is an ANL fuse with an ANL fuse box holder. All right, let's see how big our fuses are. We've got the wire block. We've got a wire block to put in there. I'll show you that. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in here. All right, so we're getting there. But of course, there's going to be more of these fuses. So fuse is going to be 1.5 by 5. Convert this over. 5 inches long. 1.5 tall. Again, we'll zoom in on this. And if it's not, to the exact 1/10 of an inch, it doesn't matter. It's just to give me a general idea where these things are going to go. So I know I'm going to have, let's see, I'm going to have one here, one here, one here, And we have another one here, which is a circuit breaker. That's a 200 also. So I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, well actually 3 30 amp, and this is only a 2 amp here. Okay. So to get a few more, just going to copy it. There's our 3 fuses. Okay, so back over to my description here. Oh, we still got one more thing to bring in, don't we? Yep. Let's bring in the alternator thingamajig. I'm not. Oh, we got 2 things. Let's go ahead and bring the block in first. Oh, I thought we were going to bring it in. Try it again. Maybe I'm bringing the wrong one in. Let me double check it. Again, this is mainly a test. I'll be going live Wednesday night at 9 p.m. to design a new sticker for myself. Oh, okay. Okay. I know why it won't come in. I haven't converted it. Let me open this up. It's a native file. And since it's a native file, I have to open it up and export it. So I'm doing that right now in the background. Exporting it as a JPEG. And of course, I've got to go find the folder. I've only got 50 or 60,000 files and 8 or 10 or 15,000 folders. This is my work computer as well as my streaming computer. So let me go down here and find that. And believe it or not, I've forgotten where I put it. That's terrible. I think I remember. Because I have so many things going on all the time, I make a folder and it's gone. I forgot where I put it. Shuttle files. Ah, there it is. Shuttle electrical bay. All right. We're done that now, so we can come in and bring that one in. This time it should come in because there's the JPEG. Okay, and let's go back and see what size it is. Wire block is 1 1/4 by 6 1/4. Right. This one made up, which is 1.25 by 6.25. We'll zoom in on that. Where'd my block go? Where'd my red block go? Oh no, I lost my red block. Get under there. Put it up there already? Yeah, okay. Lost it for a second. Now we can zoom in on it. And what I'm doing with this block, terminal block, I'm instead of rerouting all my wires, I'm just going to come in to one side and then extend the wire out from here. Instead of trying to pull all the wiring out and put in new, longer wiring. Because I'm going to be swapping driver's side cabinets to passenger side cabinets. Now all my wires are coming in from the top up here. I'll probably put this over here. All right, one more piece. Let's see. That's that alternator regulator here. According to Amazon and Battleborn, this thing is tiny. Can't believe it's that tiny. I'm going to double check on it though. So it says it's 2 by 5.5 inches. That is tiny, tiny. We'll make it 5.5. Down here. Quicker. Put in. See, that doesn't even match up. Those, if I made it 5 by 5, it's a whole lot more than 2, unless they're talking just about this section up here is 2. I'm going to contact Battleborn next week and see. So that would be coming in from the alternator. Right now that would come in from down here. So this would come in and go back out to the batteries. That'd be a good place down there. You want to keep this cool. The lowest point is always the coolest. I think that's pretty much it. Because you can't, of course, you can't see the batteries. This has only been a 20-minute video so far. All right, let's see. Go back and look at the wiring diagram. All right, I would have 2 wires coming off, a positive and negative off the batteries. I'm learning all this stuff. This is all new to me, so if you see anything that could be changed or made better, let me know. I know I only have 10 gauge coming out of the panels, but that's what comes out of the panel. Now I can splice in and go to 8 gauge off that 10 if that would help. But we'll see. We have to have another 200 amp. Here, Control C. Okay, we've got another 2, and that'll actually go under this one. The 2000 watt inverter does have a remote control, but I'm thinking that I want to keep it down so I can see better. I'm going to have to bring it up a little bit, so I think I'm going to have to bring this up a little bit because we've got a 30 amp fuse coming in there. That 30 amp fuse is coming from the solar. We have another one coming out to the batteries, I believe. At least, yeah, we got a 30 coming from the power from the batteries, positive. We got one coming off the positive of the panels. I'm going to have 2 down here. One here, one there. So let's see where I can put those. Get a little bit closer up here. All right. And this is what I do just about every day. This is my sign making program, which I like using. For doing stuff like this. Like I said, this is my sign I'm making for the bus, for my S10 pickup. Pick up a little extra work. And if you look up here, I'll be cutting the white first, and then I'll be cutting the red to put over top of the white, which gives me that white outline. And by using these blocks right here, once I get this lined up and placed where I want it, and I line these blocks up, and I don't have to measure anymore. My measurements are done. And if I've got 4 or 5 lines copy, they're different colors or whatever, I use the blocks on them. And once I get that first line where it's supposed to be and level, then I just line up the blocks. I don't have to use a tape measure after that. So this is what it looks like if because I use the black outline, and that tells me that's white inside, so I don't get confused. And if I wanted to change color, I can make that any color I want. By doing that, I go back to white, you can't see it. Do black and then take the color out, and now I know that's white. Anyway, back to here. Oh, and I do vinyl graphics and send them all over the country, so if anybody needs anything, let me know. All right, so that one's going there. Pull this up a little bit more. I think I'm going to go vertical with these. Bring this up a little bit more. This is just giving me a general layout. The one's coming in. This will be coming in from the panels. This will be going back down out to the batteries. And again, this will be coming in here, so I'm going to have plenty of room. Good. Let me see. I need one coming out of the converter. That's a 30 amp. Or actually a 25 amp. 20 amp, I think. That'll be coming out up here. And this one right here will be coming out and going to 110 side. I have a t-shirt machine that draws 9.7 amps and it's 1650 watts. So this converter is just about the minimal I'll need for it. And I can always hook up my generator. Disconnect my solar panels, hook up my generator because that's a 2000 watt. And these solar panels are only 240 watts total. So that would work fine. Keep the amperage up. Okay, let's see. Battleborns. Got one coming out of here. Got one coming out of here going to there. Got one coming out here going to there. All right, I've got to have that 200 amp because they recommend, even though you've got fuses in here, this is a 200 amp fuse block. Got to have one 200 amp coming into there. This one's coming in down here. And you also want to give your parts plenty of room for airflow. Looking, see this again, this is just quick general layout. Now I could turn this upside down and get this even closer. Then you'd have to come around like this to get your battery, your cables and stuff. So this will be coming in to here. Now a lot of these wires are going in this block. Actually, all the wires going in this block are going into the fuse block here. Fuse panel. We pull that back over here. And all my positives will come out this side. All my negatives come out on this side. Might want to move that over just a little bit. And also, one other thing I'm going to be putting in here I don't have a picture of. I should have got that. It's a AC to DC charger. Put that right down here. And now I'll bring some battery wires up. Direct from the battery to this. And then this AC cord will come out and down. I'll take it somewhere. I'm not sure where yet. And that'll be plugged into the generator. So in case I've got 4 or 5 days of overcast, rainy days, I can keep the batteries topped up. By adding 2 Battleborn batteries, which is 200 amp hours, I'm quadrupling the amp hours I have right now. I had a 120 watt, 20 amp solar panel. Now I've got two 120 watt, 20 amp solar power, so that's 240 watts. And that's 20 amps. Of course, you've got some loss through the lines and all that. Now, let me get over here. Come on up to main. There we go. Main screen. Ooh. So that's kind of basic layout that I'm thinking about. And of course, once I get it all up there, it may change even after doing this. This just gives me an idea of where to put things. And what I'll do is I'll work on this some more. I don't want to run this thing for an hour or anything. I'll work on this some more and actually put my wiring in there like I did over on my my wiring layout, which is over here. I'll add in the wiring and then make sure everything looks good. That way I know how much wire I need to order. And I've got to get all this done before October 1st. That only gives me 2 months, plus move the cabinets, plus paint the roof, plus. You know, I was going to take my time this year and, you know, work on it. But again, I'll be in a rush. I'm going to be doing some decorative routing on the doors. All the doors. I'll be taking and doing a rabbet in the back of the doors, rabbet cut. The light in the doors. Then I'm going to clear coat everything. I just finished putting up latches to hold the Murphy bed up in the upright position in case I need that space while I'm driving down the road. Let's see, what else? I think I'm going to drop the gray tank because I don't use it. And I don't use anything but biodegradable soap if I use any, hardly at all. What else I have to do? Oh, I've got to put my lettering on the back of the bus. I've got the logo on the window, but I've got to put all my stuff like this on there. You know, I do logo design and strictly vinyl graphics right now. I'm saving up for a full color digital printer where I can do my decals in full color myself. And I do design business cards. And I do all the sign work on the road too, so I can get some gas money. Let me get you back over here. And again, I design my own business cards, and I make my own business cards. This is on 120-pound stock. And what I've done, I've laminated both sides. So it's a very stiff card. And I only make 10 to 30 cards at a time in case I decide I want to change them. That way I can just change up the design. And I'll probably go to the back of the card later with some information. But for now, I've got 30 I just made, and I'm sending out a card now with all of the decals. The stickers I send out, I trade stickers with YouTube channels. If you're not a YouTube channel and would like a sticker or two of mine, go to the website. It's on my About page on YouTube, and I have them for sale there. License plates, koozies, mouse pads, simple t-shirts right now until I get that full color machine. Then I can do complex t-shirts. And that's about it. I think we're going to call it an end to this. And remember, Wednesday night at 9 p.m., I'm going to be designing my new round sticker, since everybody has round stickers, live. So this was a test to see what problems I was going to have, which wasn't too many, just a couple. So again, this has been recorded from start to finish. And it was a good test for this next live show. We've been going for 33 minutes, so I'm going to sign off here, and I'll see you either Tuesday at 9 a.m., Wednesday at 2 p.m., and then the live stream at 9, or Thursday I won't be on because I'll be heading to Annapolis, Maryland for a week. And I may try to do a live up there, see how it goes. All right. We'll see you later. And hope to see you at one of those live streams. And please play this and have your friends play it. Hit the like button and make sure you leave comments, because the more comments, the better. All right. Thanks a lot.